Veganuary. Let's make a BBQ Jackfruit Power Bowl. I have my oven preheated to 375 degrees and I'm going to peel a sweet potato and we're going to cut this up into some small bite-sized pieces. I'm going to take my knife and cut my sweet potato down the middle. And then I'm just going to do some small slices across it as well. Then turn it on its side and do some small slices too, so we can get our chunk effect. I'm going to take my chopped sweet potato and transfer it to a parchment lined baking sheet. I'm going to try to put it in an even layer. And then I'm going to drizzle it with some olive oil. And then a pinch of salt. And we're only putting salt on here because I want to keep the original flavor of the sweet potatoes for the bowl. So I'm going to take our sweet potatoes and put it into our 375 degree oven, and we're going to bake it for about 20 to 25 minutes or until our sweet potatoes have softened. The base of our power bowl is going to be some tri-color quinoa. So to a preheated pot, I'm going to add in some olive oil and then my chopped onions. And we're going to saute this until it is translucent. To our onions, I'm going to add in my chopped garlic cloves and saute this up for a few minutes as well. And then I'm going to add in my vegetable broth. So for quinoa, it has a 2-to-1 ratio. So that means that because I'm cooking 1 cup of quinoa, I'm going to be using 2 cups of vegetable broth. So we're just gonna wait for this broth to come to a boil before we add in our quinoa. To this broth, I'm also adding in some garlic powder and some salt. My water is boiling now, so I'm going to take my quinoa and pour it in. This quinoa is pre-washed. It's important that you wash your quinoa or it's going to come out tasting like dirt, honestly. So I'm gonna put my quinoa in, stir it and cover it and let it cook for 15 minutes. And after the 15 minutes, we're just going to remove it from the heat and keep it covered for another 5. While I wait for my quinoa to cook, I'm going to move on to shredding my jackfruit. So I'm using canned jackfruit from Trader Joe's. So I just rinsed it off and drained it. And then for the softer pieces, I'm just going to pull apart with my hand. And for the pieces that are a little bit harder, I'm just going to rough chop into smaller pieces. My jackfruit is all shredded up, so here's a little close up. And now I'm gonna season it with a barbecue spice blend. So in here I have onion powder, garlic powder, smoked paprika, coriander, mustard seed, black pepper, and salt. And then I'm just gonna get in there and coat everything. And let this marinate while we saute up our onions and garlic for the jackfruit. Once again, to a preheated pan, I'm going to add in a drizzle of olive oil. Then I'm going to add in my chopped onions. And saute until it's translucent. I'm going to add in my chopped garlic cloves. Sauteing that as well, but not for too long because we do not want our garlic to burn. Then I'm going to add in my marinating jackfruit. I'm now going to add in a little bit of no chicken broth. And we're just going to cover this up and let it heat through. My jackfruit has been cooking down for a few minutes, so now I'm going to add in some barbecue sauce. We're gonna make sure that the sauce is coating every part of our jackfruit. And we're going to let this cook for another 5 or 6 minutes. Our barbecue sauce is sticking really nicely to the jackfruit, so we're just going to let this cook down for just a few more minutes once again, just so that everything gets nice and saucy and sticky. And then we're gonna move over to my favorite part, which is the plating. I have my bowl here ready, so I'm going to put some quinoa at the bottom. Then I'm going to take some of my barbecue jackfruit and put it right on top. Then I'm going to take some sweet potato, put it right next to it. Then some black beans for added protein. And then I'm going to finish it all off with some sauteed spinach. And here you have my barbecue jackfruit power bowl. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, healthy does not mean boring. See you next time.